All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Backdoor Cover presented by Better Than Vegas. Make sure you head on over to betterthanvegas.com. Check out everything we got going on over there. And sponsored exclusively by Tax Relief Advocates. Any tax issues you may have or complaints about this show, direct to Tax Relief Advocates at 1-888-710-2434 or visit TRA.com. If you call the number, you might get a lovely lady, Donna, who I spoke to last week. She was a gem. Very pleasant conversation. So if you just need someone to talk to, call Donna.
Like you think Donna's on the line again tonight?
I will probably get there.
I am just sitting here with bated breath waiting for Linda. I
Come
don't know
on,
if you guys
Linda.
are doing the same thing too, but that's all I'm doing.
I'm just waiting for the comments.
Where's Julius Peppers? Where the hell
I was going to
is
say,
this guy?
to be honest, I've pretty much as soon as I woke up go, oh, yes, I get to talk to Linda today.
It's been a minute and 10 seconds, and we haven't been reported yet. So
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm actually really disappointed in us, guys. What the fuck are we doing here?
Well, you're not wearing an abortion survivor t-shirt.
I know. It's laundry time. It's not on purpose. I just have to do laundry, you know?
Well, how often do you do laundry? Once a month?
No, I like once a week, you know? I don't know. It just depends. There's not really a time frame. It's once the pile in front of the washer is
big enough, it's got to go.
Yeah. Once I can't find the comfy undies I like to play golf in, then it's time. Like, okay, I can't be.
Fair enough.
You know,
fair enough.
Then it's time to go. So how's your week, boys?
I can't complain, you know, same shit. We're a week closer to Vegas, which is all that matters.
God, that's all I'm thinking about. That's pretty much all I'm thinking about every single day is when can all this work get done so I can just go to Vegas and get shit-faced with my boys. Whereas
it's coming, buddy. It's coming fast.
Oh, and things are going to go – I have to talk in code here, but things are going to go easier for us to find things that we want to party with. I met a friend who has a friend who lives there, a beautiful young lady who's willing to meet us at the Palms with toothpaste. So we don't have to bring toothpaste on the plane. That's good. And so things are looking up. I'm putting in work. I'm putting in work. I'm trying to get beautiful young journalists to join us. I'm putting in work over here, boys.
He really is. I get texted from Kyle a couple of times a week with updates on the Vegas progress.
Yeah, I'm working hard on it.
We were talking earlier in the week, BlackJack and I, about we were talking to Leo, and we said I think you're the favorite to be arrested.
I am? Oh,
yeah.
Shit, I hope not.
No, listen, Kyle, there's a plan in place. If we have any contact with law enforcement, we just all point the finger at Leo. Because he's so dumb that he'll probably we could convince him that he actually did it.
Oh, if like you said, if the cop says, well, BlackJack said you did it, he'd be like, well, I don't remember doing it. But if BlackJack says it,
I did it.
I probably did it. I don't know. Maybe I was in my sleep. I don't know. He's the patsy. He's the fall guy.
And to get them married, I'm thinking, do they even have to be awake to get married? Since you're ordained, can't we just say you said it? We saw it. We signed the witness letter. I'm the witness. You're the minister.
You bring up an interesting scenario. I don't know that it's beyond us to go to the Clark County Clerk of Court and get a marriage license, just fill it out for them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Tell them that they're married.
They're leaving married no matter what, whether they can do it.
I have exceptional handwriting.
There we go. They can do it the easy way or the hard way. We can have a beautiful ceremony where we're all participating, or you fuckers can be asleep and you wake up married. It's up to them. It's
their call.
We'll lay it out for them.
Get XFL Jim and Chase dressed up in bridesmaids gowns. And
think about the ceremony we could have on that 58th floor. Absolutely spectacular.
Really would be. They're missing out if they don't do it.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Friends and family present.
It's the Chris Carter theory of groups of people. He's the fall guy.
I absolutely love it. I cannot wait. So you guys watching the Woodley fight? You guys all right? We're talking about this.
I am. Yeah, I've got the stream popped up in another window here. Like I said to you before we started, and this women's fight I think is just about over.
She was badass. That's the best female boxer.
Amanda Serrano was relentless. I don't like Jake Paul. I don't like his brother. I think they're assholes. I just want to see them get their face punched in. I know very little about Tyron Woodley. I mean, he looks like he's in good shape. I would like to see someone just fucking knock this kid on his ass, but I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I mean, Kyle, you know more than I do about Woodley.
Oh, I'm nervous. So Tyron Woodley always looks like he's in shape. He's a beast. Really, he made his MMA staple of being a wrestler. He can strike. He does have power. He does have knockout power. But he also gasses quickly. He gets frustrated. He's always in his head, and you'll see it. We talked about it. Just watch when he's walking to the ring. If he is singing one of his stupid, like, I can do it for myself bullshit rap songs that he writes for himself, if he's singing it to himself, he's getting knocked out. He's getting knocked out. I'm telling you right now. If he's not singing, maybe we got a chance to see Jake Paul get punched in the face. Maybe.
Let me ask you two something. Do you think that these fights that Jake and Logan have taken, do you think these are legitimate fights? Like, are these things like legitimate contests? Because I watched his brother against Floyd Mayweather, and you can't convince me Floyd just didn't carry the guy. I mean, I think Floyd just carried him the distance. Nate Robinson was a fucking listen, he knocked Nate Robinson into fucking next week, but I don't know that Nate Robinson was.
That's not. I don't know. Nate
Robinson was a little guy, like fighter.
That Nate Robinson, that's the only one I'm excited about, just because it gave us a meme that will never go away.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. But no, the Mayweather one was not legit. That was, you even saw, I think it was like round 4 or 5. He literally knocked him out on accident.
And held him up.
And was like, come on, wake up, kid, because you're not supposed to get knocked out. This one, I think with Jake, it's a little more legitimate because he really does think he can somehow be a boxer. And, he's probably the highest grossing boxer of the year, right?
Probably.
So he does train hard. I know that for a fact. There's no way where the way that Woodley left the UFC and how he left and how he was just losing, not just losing, but losing bad. I think you see a spirited fight between these two. They legitimately want to knock each other out, I think. But when it's Logan Paul, then it's not real because that guy's not actually a boxer. But Jake Paul takes the sport as seriously as you're going to find an amateur, take it. I don't think he's very good. He would lose to anyone with any sort of real credential. We'll see what Woodley can do. But like beating Ben Askren, that doesn't fucking count. That guy just ate Twinkies and just rolled into the ring, didn't train a single day, and has never thrown a punch in his life.
Yeah, Askren looked like he was just there for the paycheck.
Yeah, and he was. He readily admits it.
Woodley seems like he's taking this more seriously.
He has to, because you can't be embarrassed. You cannot be a former UFC champion and come out there and get schooled by a YouTube star. You just cannot do it. You cannot. That's just not like he has got. And Tyron Woodley doesn't have like boxing where he's going to outpoint him. He's got to knock him out. He's going to look for the bomb. He's not going to set his stuff up. He's going to throw these massive haymakers. I think it's going to be another frustrating night for people who, Jake Paul's favored, for Christ's sake. Think about that.
Which is so fucking bizarre, no?
It's so crazy.
I know that Woodley's not a boxer, but Jesus Christ.
It shows you the level of ineptitude that Woodley's shown over the last few years. And it's not just that he's losing, it's that he gives up. He doesn't have that heart anymore. It's just gone. And the good news for him, he can't get taken down because for all his wrestling credentials, people have just been taking him down, writing him out. He gasses in the second round, and they just punish him until he quits. And
yeah, don't we think part of it though is because the public thinks that it's fixed? And
it could be, and it could just be too. People, we've seen Jake Paul win. Against what he won against, and you just see Tyron Woodley doing nothing but losing. I kind of think that Paul should be. I'm nervous about it. Like it's hard for me to imagine Tyron Woodley winning anything. It really is.
That's astounding.
I know. I know. I hope it not. I want Woodley to win because I just want that. Of course, my stream like bails out now right before the main event, so I got to frantically look for links.
BlackJack just vanished.
Yeah, he's like, well, I got to watch this.
Linda kidnapped him, apparently.
Linda is just gone, and I've not been more disappointed in a woman in a long time. Thanks a lot, Linda. Thanks a lot.
No idea what just happened. No clue. But we're back.
No, you're back. We've been.
Back. All right, fuck you, Brian.
We were here.
Yeah, I fucking hate the kid. I really do. He's got a punchable face. I don't like him.
He does have a punchable face. He does.
Yes.
And there was some of that beef this week with his mom. Then I watched some of the things before, like him and Tyron Woodley's mom were hugging and hanging out. And thank you, Jay. Look at the first comment's a good comment too. Things are weird this week.
Maybe we should sign off. Like
things are weird. Tax Relief Advocates would never drop our show. That would never happen.
No, they love us.
They love us.
1-888-710-2434. Tax Relief Advocates. TRA.com.
Yeah. And if you have any complaint, make sure you talk to Jeff directly. You just let him know, how much you love. How
Poor
much you
Donna.
love
She
the
was
show.
wonderful.
Donna was great. Donna did a great. I'm glad you remembered her name. I was trying to remember. I talked to him. I was like, one of the ladies answered. She did a great job, but I couldn't remember her damn name. Donna. Good job.
Yep, Donna was amazing.
That's a good call on that.
So, Kyle, I want to get your take on something else in the world of sports today. We'll keep this relatively on the rails for now. The fucking Mets. I mean, I'm a Mets fan, and I was disgusted by it. I think it's fucking amateurish. I think it's unacceptable. I mean, Francisco. Listen, it's one thing for Baez and Pilar, and I don't approve of it. Francisco Lindor signed a 12-year, $341 million contract. I think there's a fair expectation for you to be kind of the face of the franchise for that kind of money. And you're basically telling the fans, by the way, who showed up to watch a third-place team going nowhere, to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, that's what the Mets do. Well, I don't know if they can handle the shame of trying to put out their best. That team cannot score runs. It's fucking bizarre. And it's not like they don't have talent. Nope. I remember when Michael Conforto was a top prospect, left-handed hitter. They've got lefties up and down the board where they can really they should punish right-handed pitching, which you see the majority of the time in Major League. They just can't hit. So, yeah, the Mets are a joke. They had their little time. The DeGrom injury obviously hurt them even more because they can't score. I mean, it's like watching the Bad News Bears before they get coached up and the montage happens. It's Bad News Bears before the montage. That's them hitting the baseball. I don't think they would hit a home run. I think they would bat 240 as a team off the tee.
I mean, you may not be far off there because Lindor is making all this money. Here's his stat line.
The worst signing I've ever seen. Whose contract's better, Bobby Bonilla's or Francisco Lindor's? I say Bonilla's.
Yeah, they're making out better. He's probably doing more for the team than Lindor is.
Bobby Bonilla wasn't signed to 12 years.
Well, honestly, let's be honest. Do we think Bobby Bonilla could walk in and compete with this stat line? 224 average, 11 home runs, 38 RBIs.
Jesus Christ.
That's pathetic. Those numbers are the reason that I turned the hitting on MLB Show to rookie so that I could go in there and smash dongers because I was trying to do it the normal way. And I'm like, you can't even hit a fucking baseball in the video games for Christ. They need to do something about that. First of all, you go look. Just go to like the major league team hitting stats. The best batting average in the league is like 249. This is a game of failure, and that's why it's losing popularity. Nobody wants to watch 1 out of every 7 batters get on base. You know what I mean? No one wants to watch that shit.
No, the game of baseball in general is awful, but I thought what the Mets did today was
it's
the thumbs down. It's
Okay, so can I say you might have to fill me in some? So it's been an interesting day. We've had some company over and we've had some fun out in the studio.
Yeah. So
you probably have to fill me in on what the Mets did today.
The Mets, Francisco Lindor, Kevin Pillar, and Javi Baez got on base today, and they gave double thumbs down to the crowd. When asked afterwards why they did that, the fucking morons that they are told the truth and said, they boo us when we don't produce, so when we do, we're going to boo them.
Yeah, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, not only that, but then in typical Mets fashion, what is it? The vice president, who was
Andy
it?
Alderson. Yeah.
Alderson releases a statement basically saying that they're not going to tolerate it and they're going to make the players apologize, which now means nothing because the whole world knows he's forcing them to apologize. So, it just keeps getting like whoever's running PR for the Mets should be fired.
Yeah, and those players need to be suspended without. Who the fuck do they think they are? Are they out of their?
Well, that's what I said. If I'm Steve Cohen, the new owner there, who has not been shy about criticizing this team, I'm fucking sitting all 3 of them for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, like what do you mean you're gonna boo the fans when we produce? You guys don't produce, so what? You're gonna boo the fans twice?
That's part of the fucking deal, okay? In any walk of life, I don't care what your job is. If you don't perform, you're going to hear about it, okay? Yeah. And if you don't like getting booed, Francisco Lindor could have left that $341 million on the table and gone and played in Tampa Bay, okay? They won't boo you there.
Or, I don't know, just be better.
Yeah, just don't suck horribly bad after signing a massive deal. And look, baseball's a game of failure. It's hard to hit the baseball. Even the most prolific home run hitters hit a home run, 8% of the time? I mean, it's outrageous. The things that you want to see. Like, imagine if you're watching a football game and your team was getting you're throwing a touchdown pass 8% of your. It's absolutely fucking outrageous.
Okay. Leo, you're a fucking moron. The David Price signing is nowhere near as bad as this. Okay, you won a World Series with David Price, maybe 2. I don't remember.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, it's not even close to this. Francisco Lindor is hitting .224 and making $341 million for 12 years.
I can't believe they had the nerve to boo the fans because they were getting booed for sucking.
So speaking of Leo actually.
I don't even know what to say. I have to even
having the stupidity to admit it publicly.
Yeah.
You could just say, nah, that's like a thing we do, whatever. You fucking admit it.
You just say I'm booing child trafficking or something. Don't you just make something up? Like, what are you guys booing? I got to tell you, I have a real problem with child trafficking, and we just wanted everyone to know it, so we thumbs down. I mean, you don't say I'm booing these people paid money to come watch you play, and you finally perform well for once.
Let's be honest here. You're in New York. These people paid good money to come and see your shitty team, and you're going to give them shit.
Yeah, you guys just lost 11 games in the standings in 21 days, and you think you have the right to boo anybody? You're out of your fucking mind. They're lucky the fans just didn't rush there and just stomp the shit out of them.
Not to mention, they beat the Nationals today, who literally gave up at the trade deadline and gave away any player worth a damn on their team other than Juan Soto and Josh Bell. Yep. So
you're 100% right. Yeah, they gave away Turner and Scherzer for, a double animal style and fucking, a large Coke.
Yeah, and
this is just the Mets, though, right? Like, this is the Mets.
That's just crazy. I'm sorry I missed that today. It was a very distracting day.
Yeah, I bet. Let's shift gears a little bit to New Orleans, obviously in the middle of this massive fucking hurricane.
Oh God.
My thoughts and prayers are with Jameis Winston. I hope he's safe. He hasn't tweeted in a long time. But Jay Roth wants to know if I think Jameis Winston can throw 30 touchdowns without more than 10 picks this year. See, you're shaking your head. I think Jameis will have a really good year.
Look, I do too. I like Jameis, and
I'm high on Jameis here.
He should be the option. But you got to look at those weapons there in New Orleans too, especially that Michael Thomas. So what's the wide receiving core going to look? Marquez Callaway and
that fucking kid looked good the other night.
Yeah, but
Callaway kid's got hands.
It's preseason. He was good last year, and they had that other little slot guy who was all right.
Yeah.
I can't remember his damn name. I forget it, but he was good for him last year in the slot. Was kind of like a value guy late in the year. I do think he can throw 30 touchdowns. I think he will throw 30 touchdowns. But to get there, especially with some of these, I think he's going to have to let it rip a little bit. Maybe let's be real. He can throw 32 touchdowns and 13 picks. That's a great year. There's nothing wrong with that.
It is. I'm very high on Jameis Winston in New Orleans. And people forget too. This fucking kid is 26 years old. Like, if Sean Payton can figure him out, you could have your guy for the next decade in New Orleans.
Yeah. It's hard. I don't want to get too crazy because look. So I like Jameis. I loved that last year of him in Tampa Bay. That was fun.
That was the best.
He threw 5,000 freaking yards. Like every game, you're like, I'm just betting the over on the Buccaneers game. Just
Jameis is throwing it 47 times.
Hey, 47 times, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. Let's fucking go. It's fun to watch. It's on the red zone every second, right? When you're watching, you just sign me up. So I love it.
It's the first 30-30 season in NFL history. It should probably get you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Barry Bonds, baby. Let's go. See? Let's get Barry Bonds and Jameis Winston into the same little section. Couple of 30-30 guys. Didn't Jose Canseco do that once too? 30-30 or 40-40? So. Crazy to think that Jose Canseco did that. It's just crazy to think of the power guys. Like outside of Ronald Acuna, right, who's out. Like when you look at like Nelson Cruz or, Pete Alonso, those guys aren't stealing 30 bases.
No.
Barry Bonds did it.
Nobody steals bases anymore. It's a fucking lost art.
Yeah. And it's impossible on the video game too.
People don't steal bases.
I can't steal a goddamn base on that.
Oh my God, you're the worst. I need to coach you in this game.
Kyle, you don't need to find another video game to play. It sounds like
I bought Madden. I've been playing some Madden. I created Dan Marino. I'm having a great time. I got drafted first overall by the Jaguars, but somehow they still get another first round pick. So Trevor Lawrence is our holder. So Trevor Lawrence holds on the field goals, and Dan Marino's out there just throwing bombs.
Trevor Lawrence is your holder.
I have no control over the front office. I'm like, make a trade. Let's get some weapons. No, doesn't happen. But yeah, I did move on from the show. And it's not because I couldn't steal a base, which I do find very frustrating. I mean, I know I'm safe. Can't even review that shit. And my guy runs kind of weird. Like
you can review it.
I don't know how. I can review that on Road to the Show.
Oh, no, not on the Road to the Show. Oh. You can't because you're not the manager.
I'm about to say, I'm just going to bring the entire video game system to Vegas, and you can fucking walk me through this.
I will show you. Please do. I will show you how to play it.
But I will come out there and throw some heat. I'm going to throw some high heat and strike your ass out, too.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just bad at this game, Kyle.
I fucking suck. I suck at all of them. I don't know how, what happened? There was this time where I was still young, still cool. Technology had not passed me by. And I'm really noticing lately, Jesus, what? Like, I'm gonna get a new phone, and I got my son one, and he's like, here, Dad, use my phone to do, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on this phone. I can't even find anything. I suck at MLB The Show. I think I'm doing all right at Madden, but all I'm doing is just chucking it up, throwing touchdowns.
That's all you do in Madden.
It's Marino too, and it's Dan Marino. It's Dan Marino.
Why Dan Marino? Well, West Coast guy. Why Dan Marino?
I love Dan. So when I played football as a kid, my first flag football team, I was a quarterback. My practice jersey was a Dan Marino jersey. It was the first jersey I ever had as a kid. And I was a 49er fan, but I just loved the way he threw it. And I loved Mark Clayton and Mark Duper and all that stuff.
Super duper.
I love those 4 wide receiver sets that the Dolphins ran. It was just something about Marino. He was the guy I wanted to be. Thought it'd be fun to make him, bring him back, and get him a Super Bowl ring, which I already did in his rookie year. So there you go. He's had a better career in 1 year with me than he ever did on his own. So you're welcome, Dan Marino.
Look at you winning a Super Bowl with Dan Marino as a Jacksonville Jaguar.
It was his best moment since wearing isotoners on Ace Ventura.
I believe the Jaguars were the team that retired him.
They were. Was it a 63-7 playoff?
Yeah, it was a bad playoff game.
I do. The irony is not lost on me there, but and then he was going to come back and play for Tampa Bay the next year. Remember that? That was the rumor. He was supposed to play for the Bucs, and I was all about it. I'm like, fuck yeah, go Dan Marino. But no, he didn't. I don't know. I have a soft spot for Dan Marino. I like him more than that horse face idiot John Elway. That's for fucking sure.
Wow, listen, shit about John Elway.
John Elway is just a fucking that guy. I'm glad he has Dupinchins Protracture or whatever the hell that stupid commercial is.
What is your problem with John Elway?
I can't stand him. I think he's a fucking asshole. I don't like anything about him. I hated the way he started that whole thing with, oh, if you draft me, I'm not going to play for you, blah, 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 bullshit with his prick of a father, Jack Elway. And he just has that stupid horse face that I just want to slap. I hate how John Elway needs to change his face, and I'll change my mind. That's it.
In hindsight, wasn't he kind of right about the Colts?
100% right. Of course he was. And I love players having power, just not John Elway. He's an asshole.
So do you hate Eli Manning for doing the same shit?
Eli, pouty face. So I used to make fun of pouty face Eli Manning all the time. And yes, of course, I lived in San Diego at the time. I found it to be very disrespectful, first of all. And I used to make fun of that pouty. He's just sitting on the sideline, always fucking pouting. But once he went on Saturday Night Live with his brother, and that shit was super
impossible to dislike.
When they were throwing footballs at the little kids and shit. So that changed my mind. And they beat the Patriots, who I fucking hate. When he beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl, made all those racist Patriots fans cry. Yeah, it made me pretty happy. So I like Sheila. I like Eli.
Boston, notorious racists.
They are, right? Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong.
So, everyone knows. People from Massachusetts, notorious racists.
Yeah, exactly.
Including Leo.
Wow. You must have been really happy when Eli fucking ended that 18-0 season.
I cheered so loud. So that was the year I was going through my divorce. So literally, I had just moved out of this beautiful home I had just bought so that I could sell it and give half the fucking money to my ungrateful ex-wife. I'm living in this little shitty apartment. I have the kids on the weekends. I'm the weekend warrior at this time. I have my stepdaughter, who was very little at the time, and my son. And when that shit happened, I was just in my little shitty apartment. It brought me joy for a week. Oh, God, I just cheered my ass off. I loved watching the Patriots lose so much.
Big David Tyree guy, I bet.
Love David Tyree. There's things I would do to David Tyree I wouldn't do to some women.
You tell.
I'm just kidding. That might have been exaggerating. I don't know. We're not splitting the spokes or anything. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
but we're getting close to fight time here.
Yes, it's almost the main event. I'm so excited. I thought I was literally going to pay for a pay-per-view that I wasn't going to get to watch. Thank God for illegal streaming. Thank you so much.
So, Kyle, you think that Paul wins this fight? Do you think he knocks him out? Do you think he stops him? Or do you think that this goes –
If he stops him, I don't think he hits him and knocks him out cold with a clean shot. I think it's Woodley gassing and just having nothing left, and it's just a TKO. That makes so much sense to me. I don't want – how about can we talk about these weird-ass ring girls by Jimmy Lennon Jr.? That one on the left, what the fuck is wrong with her head?
There's something, listen,
those two are weird, dude. Those two are freaking
weird. I'm not trying to, be sexist or anything here. Obviously,
I'm not being sexist.
Beautiful women, but there's something off about their faces, no?
Yes, the lips are wrong and the head shape is weird. There's something. It could be fetal alcohol syndrome. I have absolutely no idea. But usually when the eyes are far apart or the heads are misshapen, that usually means mommy drank when you were in the tummy. We've talked
about this. There is something off, right? It is. I'm not the only one.
Weird.
I've seen this on comments on the stream I'm watching. There is something off.
That girl on the left, her head is shit. It looks like she has a head, but in between, there's 4 inches in between the two sides of her head, and then it comes out this way. That's what it looks like. I swear to God, it's the weirdest. She looks like a hammerhead shark. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
If you're a hammerhead shark.
I'm not being sexist. And look, she's making a ton of money tonight being a ring girl next to Jimmy Lennon Jr. But I find Jimmy Lennon Jr. creepy as well. The whole combo is.
I love Jimmy Lennon Jr. out here tonight, just chewing his gum, looking like he just. You talk about a guy in this for the paycheck. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is here solely for the check. He has no desire to be here.
Jimmy Lennon Jr. has spent his entire career being the Showtime B team to fucking Michael Buffer out in the world. It's are we getting Michael Buffer? No, we get Jimmy Lennon Jr. And they're like, oh, okay, well,
Oh, good news, guys. The Saints evacuated, so Jameis is safe in Dallas.
That's good.
We can breathe a little easier.
This is why you shouldn't build cities underwater. I don't understand. So maybe I'm naive and stupid about this. I was just talking to my buddy the other day. New Orleans has been a big city for quite a fucking while. Gone through a lot of shit with hurricanes. Don't you just start saying, you know what? We're going to spend a shit ton of money and all those little walls we have around the water. We're going to build that shit up 15 feet high. We're going to straight up be locked away from we're going to spend millions of dollars. Because how much money are they spending every year rebuilding the city after it's destroyed?
Well, I think the levee system now is proving to hold, at least for now it is. I mean, it's the streets aren't flooded or anything, but the levee system only protects, from what I understand, the downtown core. There's still people in parts of New Orleans where their houses are underwater.
I would have, if I'm mayor of fucking New Orleans.
Are you announcing?
We're building levees 15 feet high all the way across every dam. Not a single drop of that damn ocean water comes in unless we want it to. I mean, can't we figure that out? I don't understand. I was a contractor for a long time. I know you can build walls and pour concrete underwater. I've done it many, many times. Why the hell are they not building it? They're just like, fuck it. Well, we got nailed last time. Remember back in 2005, we had a real bad experience. We'll throw a couple feet on a few things and leave it. I don't know. Just don't live in cities underwater and don't build them. Doesn't make any sense.
Ty Woodley is not singing to himself.
That's an important sign for him.
He has someone next to him who is singing, but he is not singing.
Is he mouthing it? No, he's not.
No.
Hey, this means Woodley's got a shot. I'm telling you right now, that means he's got a shot. That means he's not in his head right now. I don't want to see him start singing at all.
He does have headphones on, which I think is an odd move. But
yes, he needs to. So he's still here. I'm telling you, he's a mentally weak guy. He's weird. He's fucking weird.
He's got an odd look on his face. I can't tell if it's menacing or if he's just
he's trying to talk himself into. He's trying to talk himself into being menacing. And if you have a guy, so you pay a guy, he's like, yeah, man, I will rap live for you while you're walking to the ring, and then you disrespect him by wearing your, what are you listening to on the earphones? This guy's performing right next to you for you, you asshole. I look over what are you listening to? what exactly is happening?
Yeah, it's odd. And the strangest thing about all of this shit over the last, I guess it's year, is this like the future of boxing, like just these spectacles? Like, are we kind of like done with real boxing?
There was a couple real matches today. That Montana Love and
Dubois,
the Barchenko, whatever his name. That kid used to be a title holder, but you could tell his jaw was glass. His corner said, "You get knocked down once, we're stopping it." Dubois, supposed to be a beast, but he did get knocked out 2 fights ago. Some guy named like John Joyce or something, some nobody, broke his orbital bone and knocked him flat cold. So.
Did you say there was somebody named Montana Love?
Yes. Montana Love out of Cleveland.
Time for porn star or prize fighter?
It was actually funny. The Barstool guys, they do a little segment before the fight, and they said, this is a name fight. These are both porn names, Montana Love, and I was like, it's kind of a porn. But he didn't look bad. He won a big win for him. He was the underdog.
Oh, Montana's a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So while we're waiting for this to start, in other NFL news, the Texans traded Shaq Lawson to the Jets for a bag of peanuts today.
Yeah.
Is this in any way possibly a precursor to Deshaun Watson getting traded, or do we think that nobody is still willing to bite on that?
Yeah. I mean, I think there are. I think the Eagles would bite. I think the Dolphins would bite. Who's the other team?
That's the Broncos.
Broncos would bite.
Here's the problem. I don't think the Broncos – Teddy Bridgewater, I think, is good enough to keep them afloat.
And it's funny. The people saying they should have picked Drew Lock. Like, have you fucking watched Drew Lock play football? He's the worst quarterback of ever.
I've been saying this ever since Watson said he wanted out, that Miami is the one that makes all the sense in the world because they've got the picks. They've got a good defense. I mean, it makes sense. If Miami starts out, say, 0-3, do they just get panicky and pull the trigger here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going to help him, right? So the Deshaun Watson thing's weird. This has not been settled, right?
No, certainly not.
Like there's been nothing that's come out that said he can't play week 1.
I don't know if he's on the exempt list. I don't know. I don't think he is. So
he should be.
In theory, yeah, you could trade for him and suit him up.
Do you think that's what the NFL is going to do? Just wait to see if a team has the balls enough to throw him out in the field?
I don't think the NFL is going to suspend him without this being resolved because, first of all, it's civil mostly. I mean, nothing's going to happen with the criminal stuff. He's not going to.
There's 10 complaints. I was going to ask because you're the person to ask on that.
He's not going to get arrested. It's too far after the fact. This lawyer involved is really shady. I think
Isn't this the guy that got Casey Anthony off?
No. This guy's a fucking shyster in Houston.
Oh, okay.
He clearly solicited these clients, which is not something you're allowed to do. But I think the bigger issue is that the FBI is now. Look. It's true. He would get along great with Bob Kraft.
Amazing. Good job.
The FBI is actually looking into Tony Busby, the lawyer, for possibly extorting Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the NFL is going to do anything until it's over. I think when Deshaun Watson ultimately settles these lawsuits, which he will, they'll suspend him for 4 games or something, and that'll be the end of it.
So you think he's clear for this year to play?
Yeah. I mean, if they haven't done it already, I don't know why you would do it.
So that's the thing. I don't, because even the Texans are treating it like he's not going to play. They're not having him. He's just fucking.
The Texans aren't going to play him because the Texans are looking to move him. I think Houston would trade him today if somebody made him.
So I know you guys weren't watching the Bengals and Dolphins preseason game today for various reasons. However, I was, and they actually brought it up like on air, like that. They think the deal is being done as they spoke. Like they think Deshaun's going to Miami.
Because Brian, it makes sense, right? Like if I'm Miami,
are they going to include Tua in that deal?
I would.
You have to, right?
You have to, right? That's what I think. You have to.
I mean,
that's a win for Houston. That's a win for Houston. Get the fucking sex criminal out of here.
If Miami picks up the phone and says, "We'll give you 2 1s and Tua," the deal's done right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's done.
Yeah. Yep. And if he's allowed to play, the Dolphins really jumped the list on favorites in the AFC. That's a tough.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and the reason I don't think Philly does it is because Philly still wants to see what Jalen Hurts has. I don't think they're panicking into making this move. They're in a soft division. Denver, like I said, Teddy Bridgewater, I think is good enough to just keep them afloat.
I think they have a chance at the wild card. I really do.
So Miami, though, is the one that if Miami starts slow, I don't know, man. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so confused. I've been telling everyone all year, like, there's zero chance you see Deshaun Watson play this year. He's going to be on the exempt. Like, the Adrian Peterson thing kind of rings out to me. His situation wasn't settled when he beat the shit out of his kid over stealing a PlayStation controller. One of the biggest pieces of shit to ever grace a professional sports field is Mr. Adrian Peterson. That guy can just fucking fall off a cliff, and I wouldn't shed a single tear. Straight up. I mean, did you see what he did to that kid?
I mean, yeah, crimes against kids are not fun. Like,
and then he tried to say, "Oh, it's just how my daddy beat me too."
Dude,
yeah,
he beat the kid with a fucking stick
across his genitals, his back, his stomach, his legs, his feet, his arms, his hands. No. And it was because he took a PlayStation controller from his younger brother or his older and made the kid cry, and he whipped him like that.
Yeah, sitting in the courtroom as long as I did, like over 8 years, like I've seen some pretty shit things that have happened to kids, like extension cords and stuff. People getting beaten. I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing?
The world is crazy. People are fucking crazy. But it doesn't seem like the NFL is moving on this. They have not suspended him. They have not put him up. But Adrian Peterson's court case, what I was trying to get to, wasn't settled, and they just put him on the exempt list, right? And he just sat on that exempt list all year. Why haven't they done that with Deshaun?
But that was a criminal thing, right?
And that I think is the line, right? Is that he was arrested and charged with a crime.
Right.
Deshaun Watson has not been arrested and is not going to be arrested.
Right.
It's a civil suit. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger had civil suits. He wasn't suspended. I don't know if there's a precedent for it.
Yeah, it's one that's I have to eat crow. Like I told everyone who listened, like I wouldn't. There's no way you see him on the field now. It looks like I'm going to be wrong unless something weird happens.
Well, unless they move him, I don't know that he'll play for Houston.
No, he should.
If you're Houston, you can't put him out there because if this dude blows a fucking ACL, you can't trade him.
Exactly.
You can't play him if you're Houston.
Exactly. It's really weird. It's one of the weird. I think it's one of the weirdest stories and the saddest stories in football that I can remember. Just really uncertain if the guy's going to play, if he's even going to be allowed to play.
And all over some handies. All over some handies.
Not just handies. He's air humping and like jizzing on himself and stuff.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so
weird.
It's just so like creepy and gross. And like then he has the nerve to ask the reporter, "Why are you guys always asking me questions?" Because you were air humping and jizzing on like girls. What do you mean? Why are we asking you all these questions? You're a fucking weirdo, dude. You're an absolute weirdo. I mean, and then you go around. You had and it's just sad, right? Because he's
so good.
Image. He had a great image. He's so good. I mean, we're talking top 3 quarterback probably in the NFL when he's really rolling, right? And it's bizarre. The offseason started awesome because you're like, God, who's going to get this badass quarterback?
Yep.
We're going to get him in the play. It was exciting, right? Like you just don't see it happen very often. A 25-year-old quarterback in his prime who's in the top 5 in the league available for acquisition. And then it's like, oh yeah, everyone, just hold on. Satan's taking control today. This guy's been air humping and,
fucking Texans probably kicked themselves in the ass for not moving him sooner.
Oh my God. It's just I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know. I don't know how you think that's going to work, Is he
By the way,
always drunk and just always drunk texting, just like, hey, come over and fucking rub me down. Just what? What is happening?
By the way, Ty Woodley looks half asleep.
He's a weird guy. I told you he's weird. I like that he didn't sing. That's good. That's good that he didn't sing. But he might be about to get his ass kicked right now. He does not believe in himself. He does not believe in him.
We are about to be underway here with round 1. And we're off.
Oh,
whoa, what the fuck
Jake Paul says no, he does not want to touch gloves. Okay.
So any chance that Linda is one of these ring girls tonight and that's why she's not here commenting?
No chance.
No chance. I mean, that girl with the girl on the left, the freaky ass head, that could be a Linda.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, what was that move from Woodley out of the corner?
I don't know what he's doing. I'm probably going to be a little behind because I'm watching the crack stream or whatever.
Me too. I am too.
Oh, okay. So they just started. And what are Woodley's? What's Woodley doing with those trunks? Way too short. Way too pink. It's weird. Those are way too short. Like that cut moves we might see more Tyron Woodley than we want to. I'm just saying. Damn, those are short.
You were talking about Teddy Bridgewater earlier. Do you remember the infamous picture from Louisville?
Okay. Someone sent that to me. I need to find a way to get that into the SBR show. The caption was, Teddy Bridgewater's already a horse. Of course, he should be the quarterback of the Broncos. And you see that picture, you're like, Jesus
Christ, dude's got a hammer.
Yeah, that thing has its own legs and arms.
Yeah, a hammer might be an understatement.
That's just a little army guy. Just here. One of the girls brought over her little Frenchie bulldog. He was just this little vicious little guy. He was young. It reminded me of that. Like, oof, just aggressive. Good for you, Teddy.
Right.
Good for you. Although I'm not sure any woman can enjoy that. That seems like it would just hurt. So off topic. The reason I say that. So my dog. He's a sweet boy. Okay, it's getting somewhere, and this is going to be interesting, and this is probably going to disturb some people, but it's fucking truth. This is 100% true. So the lady that lives across the street, her name is also Linda, by the way, and I love her. So she's the Linda who's not a bitch. I love her. And her dog, she, breeds poodles. So my dog's a half poodle and half lab. His mom, and they live across the street. So my dog's dad is this giant poodle who always gets out, and he's always running up and down the street. I'm sitting out here in the office one day getting some work done, and I just hear this. I'm like, oh no, there's one of Linda's dogs is hurt, So I go out, I go across the street. She's not home. I walk into the little area where the dogs are, and there's Red. That's his name. That's my dog's dad's name, Red, on top of this other poodle, just giving it to her. And that dog is yelping for dear life. And I know they're not supposed to be doing that. She's got like a schedule. So I make them break it up. When that dog finally pulls back, it is like, I have had a few dogs and male dogs. I've seen their lipsticks before.
Yes, like lipsticks.
This was fucking 40 lipsticks combined. It was the size of my forearm on that dog.
Wow.
It was the most I couldn't stop looking at it. I couldn't. Because you just don't expect to see it. It was like he was like a giant horse stallion in a dog body with a donger like this, and that poor little poodle was just having a bad time.
Meanwhile, you fucking cock blocked the hell out of that dog.
I'm surprised he didn't bite the shit out of you.
No, Red would never. But Jesus, it was. I was like, Jesus, he's packing heat.
You can't look him in the eye anymore.
I called my mom straight away. It's like, I just saw the biggest dog cock I've ever seen in my life. It's the most incredible thing.
How was your mother the call that you made?
We do that. The first time I saw 2 girls, 1 cup was an email from my mom. It was like the 3rd email I ever got in my life.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah. We have a great, by the way, JMULA, go to Crack Streams. Crack Streams, click link 1. Make sure you know how to close out the tabs. It's going to pull out extra tabs. You got to close them. Yep. Keep hitting play, close them. Keep hitting play, close them. You'll eventually get in there. It's actually a really nice stream too, full HD quality.
So what do you think, Kyle? Round 1 is over. What do you think?
I think Jake Paul won that round, right? Don't you think? Backed him
Probably.
up.
I mean, yeah. Woodley was all right. He landed a few shots, but he looks like he's trying to just stay on the outside.
He just doesn't want to get knocked out by Jake Paul. In his mind, he's so afraid of being knocked out right now.
And who wouldn't be? Would you want to be knocked out by Jake Paul?
I would, if I was standing. Look, Jake Paul trains and all that, so I'm old and everything. But if I'm standing in front of that little douchebag, 0% of me is worried about getting knocked out. I'm not thinking this idiot's going to knock me out. But Tyron Woodley will.
Woodley has a very odd stance. No,
it's not how you're supposed to box.
No,
but again, he's not a trained boxer. He's a UFC guy. But he started to fancy himself as a striker, and that really was just because his only chance was to throw a haymaker and land it. Otherwise, he's going to get wrestled to the ground and beat. Jake Paul looks like the better boxer.
Jake Paul can move. I'll give him that. He definitely can move in a ring.
And the problem with Woodley, you watch Jake Paul make a feint. Woodley reacts to every feint that he makes. See how much he reacts to every little feint that he does? Not good. That's not good for Tyron Woodley. But he's backing him. He is backing him up. This is where he needs to throw. But see, look, he does all this work to get into distance, get him against the ropes, and he doesn't throw because he's scared. See, look, he get there, one punch and he's out. He does all that good work. You do all this good work, get him right to where you want him, and then you don't throw a punch.
Yeah, you're right. He is kind of one punch and jump back.
That's all he wants. He wants to land the haymaker. He has no actual boxing skills. He's deathly afraid of being embarrassed. Just so afraid of it. That's the kind of guy he is. He has no confidence in himself. It's a problem.
Yeah, it seems like it's a problem. I mean, there hasn't been a ton of action, and Jake Paul just hit him with a couple of shots.
They're not throwing shit. Oh, you must be a little bit ahead of me.
I'm at 42 seconds left in the second round.
Ooh, I'm at 108.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all right. It's a little pot splashing. No big deal. No, that happened to me every Monday night on every Monday night show last year. That's why we scrapped it this year. Thank God.
Yeah, if you can't coordinate, the streams or whatever, it's not worth doing.
Yeah, and Flash was on the show with us, and he's in Mexico, and they're like razor fast. They were faster than, or in Costa Rica. So they're getting the game even faster than you're getting it from your cable provider. And so he's always like, touchdown. And I'm like, dude, I'm still at commercial break. I don't want to do that this year. I said no. That's a no. I want Monday nights off this year.
Well, you've secured that for yourself.
Yes, we've secured that for ourselves, and I didn't lose any money in the process. That's a good negotiation right there.
That's the best negotiation.
That's great. Less work, same money.
That's it. Well, they try to sneak in these little things like, okay, we're not doing the Monday night show, but send us a clip. Go record yourself drinking a beer or playing golf and record a video clip. And I'm like, do you understand when I'm doing those things? I don't want to fucking think about you people at all. Like that's the last thing I want to think about. What are you talking about? Give a shit about anyone.
Don't give a shit about anyone.
Not in those moments when I'm free. Like, do you not get? I don't know if it happens to you guys. I'll wake up like this morning. It was a long night, little sleep, weird things happening. Like 40 questions. People like that you're nice enough to follow on Twitter DM you like, hey man, what do you think about the Reds fucking team total here? 3.5. I'm like, dude, it's 6:30 in the morning my time. My head is on fire. You think I want to talk to you about baseball? And it's like we're one day away from you. Fuck you people.
Your head's on fire. You've made some questionable decisions.
Do you ever get through that where you're just like, fucking people, leave me alone with this shit?
Yeah.
I actually cut a video early this morning while on the phone with BlackJack, very drunk from the wedding, giving out F1 picks.
Oh shit! You follow Formula One?
Oh yeah, it's easy money, dude.
Is that Michael Schumacher still?
No, he's dead.
He's dead.
Oh shit, he's dead.
He's not. I mean, he had
the only Formula One guy I ever knew.
He had a skiing accident a couple years ago and is like brain dead. And like I think they've kept him alive. I don't know if he's dead or alive, but his son Nick drives now, but he's not good.
Oh shit. I did not know that. R.I.P. Michael Schumacher. My apologies.
Kyle, not the biggest F1 fan.
Yes, as you can tell. Is Emerson Fittipaldi an F1 guy from years ago, or is he Indy?
No, that was Indy.
He beat Al Unser Jr. or something like
that. Was in IndyCar racing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I used to like that stuff.
So yeah, but like every they run like every 2 weeks. They don't necessarily go every single week, but if you just watch the qualifying, you can get enough information to pick your winner, and it's a plus number, and you can start every Sunday parlay with it and win.
I fucking love that. I'm going to look into that. Yeah, I don't know shit about Formula One.
You don't have to. I'm telling you. Look, just watch the qualifying, and you'll know everything you need to know.
Yeah, you want to race today by default.
How long is the qualify? How much of my time do I have to commit to this? So I have to watch Formula One qualifying, which Formula One's pretty badass, right? They're fast. They drive around crazy tracks.
First off, it's you need to watch the Netflix show. You'll love it even more. There's like a Netflix series that's amazing. Secondly, I don't know, qualifying's an hour and a half, maybe tops. Not even that. But they give out so much information. You don't need anything else. That's all you need. As soon as the qualifying ended yesterday, I told BlackJack that Max Verstappen's the play, and they didn't even race today, and he gets declared the winner because they went out and ran a couple laps under what you would call caution laps just to start the clock, and then they went back in the pits. It rained, and he got declared the winner at plus 235.
What the? How does that count?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me, Kyle, that they just make up rules.
Yeah,
I
don't really
that's
understand.
what all that shit. It's just like fucking soccer. All this European shit. Extra time in soccer. Oh, maybe it's 2 minutes. Maybe it's fucking 11 minutes. Just however fucking long we decide.
But it's free money. It's free money.
Alex Verstappen.
Max
Verstappen. I thought it was Max. No, that's Mick.
No,
Schumacher.
Mick Schumacher. Lewis Hamilton's the big guy. He's the.
I've heard that name. Didn't he win like 30 races in a row or something?
Yeah, I mean he's incredible.
Is it even count as a sport if the guy wins 30 times in a row? Like, okay, well, we just have to quit. It's like the Jeopardy champion. Like, you can't come back on.
It just depends on what team you're on. I mean, like the rules and stuff for building the cars, Mercedes has just been light years ahead of everybody. They changed the rule this year, and Red Bull seems to have stepped up. That's who Verstappen drives for. Oh, okay. And so it's always Mercedes or Red Bull.
Nice. All right. Fair enough. Formula One. I think it's got to be a little less silly than soccer, right? There's no offside. In Formula One, they don't penalize you for being faster than your opponent, right? Like they do in soccer. Okay,
unless it's good. Like in the pits or something.
That's good.
But they do penalize you during the race. Like if you drive over a curb to shorten the track, they'll tell you can't do it anymore. And if you do, they'll penalize you 5 seconds or whatever. So
good right by Woodley on the little replay.
Yeah, what do you think, Kyle? With 3 rounds in here, I mean, Woodley's landed some shots.
It's not bad. The fight's bad. Yeah, this is real bad. This is bad boxing, as bad as it gets.
Yes.
So you could see how low level both. So Jake Paul's not a boxer. Tyron Woodley, obviously not a boxer. But I do like that Woodley. I like that Woodley's hanging in there. He's going forward a little bit. Oh, he's throwing. Jake Paul's on it, kind of.
I think he's hit Paul with a few decent shots.
Yeah, he has, and he's gotten hit with some too. Jake Paul seems to have like better use of the jab and stuff like that. He kind of gets the cutting off the ring stuff.
They're starting to get a little talkative with one another here.
Yeah. How many rounds are they going?
8.
8 rounds. Yeah,
I saw yesterday. I saw one of their interviews or whatever, and Paul was saying, "Ask this fighter if they made so much money, blah blah blah." And Woodley hit him with the "ask these nuts."
Yeah. If you're gonna say that, you need to come out and do a little bit better.
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like a well-timed "these nuts" joke always hits.
It's bad. It's not bad. Yeah,
they always hit.
It's good. It does hit.
I mean, Paul's definitely got some swelling on his left side of his face.
Yes, he does.
Uh-oh.
I like it. Woodley's hanging in here better than I anticipated too, especially in round 4. He's not gassing out.
And I'll say, as far as the stamina goes, Paul looks like he's a little more gassed than Woodley does.
Yeah, that's actually surprising to me.
And speaking of hanging in there, which Paul brother did the video of the guy hanging from a tree? And
they did it together.
They did it together. That's how they got famous.
Huh.
That's how this happened for him, doing the most grotesque thing you could do. And look at this asshole now.
I don't know, man. Woodley might win
this thing. I kind of like this here. What I'm seeing out of Woodley, give
it about 40 seconds. Woodley might have more gas than. Oh shit!
Do I need to wait?
Out. I thought Woodley was putting him down.
Oh shit! Tyron Woodley. Maybe all that wrestling in MMA makes him tired, but maybe he can stand and strike without gassing. I mean. I just saw that into the ropes. That actually could technically be called a knockdown because the ropes kept him from falling. That's how the referee.
Woodley's.
But Showtime does such a bad job with judges and referees. These are guys who don't work these things, so he doesn't know what he like. Did you see? There's one of the earlier card fights where the guy stumbled him with like 2 seconds in the round, and he's trying to break him up. Like, what the fuck are you doing, guy? They're like, this is his 4th professional fight. I'm like, why is the guy with 4 fights on a pay-per-view? And why is there a 4-round fight on pay-per-view? Anyways, why is that happening?
I think Jake Paul's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
Well, according to Twitter, he's in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the thing. This kid's had 3 fucking fights, and nobody has tagged him like this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
This is by far the worst he's looked. And Woodley looks better than he's looked in MMA. And I love and see how he's walking him down. So when Tyron Woodley gets his confidence, that's good. He believes in himself because that's his problem. He doesn't believe in himself. So I like what I'm seeing here. And
I mean, he drilled him with that.
Yes, he did. No, that could have been called a knockdown because the ropes definitely kept him up right there.
In other news, nobody cares about, the Portland Timbers just scored a goal on the Seattle Sounders. They lead 1-0 in the 58th minute.
Is that women's softball? What is that?
Yes.
What is? It's well, hold on. That's gonna be. Is it pro soccer? Minor? What is it? It's soccer.
MLS.
Major League Soccer.
Oh yeah, Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer.
Which, I mean, Brian, I think we can all agree is basically minor league soccer.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason it's on is just because I haven't changed the channel.
See, I think the ropes kept him up right there.
I do too. He went through the ropes.
Yeah, that should be, and he's holding on to it right there to balance. That should have been ruled a knockdown. Oh, come on, stream. There we go. My stream almost started to lag a little. Let's go. Yeah, Woodley. Jake Paul's in trouble. Woodley's going to win this fight if it keeps going this way. They would love to see a knockout. That would be great.
That's what I want. I want this fucking kid down.
Oh, there's a big uppercut. I must have been the one you saw.
Yep.
There it was. I love that we're at different times of it.
Okay, so I'm actually seeing a video.
On the 58th floor of the pawn. How many rooms are we going to have there? How many women am I allowed to invite?
I don't think that'll be a problem. I think we'll figure it out.
There's tons of room, right? Yeah, there's just tons of room, right?
I think we'll figure out
we're smart people.
Worst case, I'll just spoon with Brian if we have to create some extra rooms. No big deal.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
But I want to be the big spoon. You be the little spoon.
Okay, I'm a little guy.
But that just makes me feel better too.
So I'm seeing the replay here on Twitter. How is this not a knockdown? Like he went flying into the ropes.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're scoring it. I don't know how they're scoring. I don't have the volume on, but I don't know.
I don't either.
If you notice,
I don't even know if it's scored or if it's just an exhibition knockout only.
That's also true. I don't know if this is a scored bout.
Yeah. He hooked his arm around the rope to hold on and stay up.
Exactly. It's a knockdown. It should have been ruled a knockdown, but you probably have an inexperienced official or a referee in there. And,
I mean, even if it's not a scored bout, like there has to be a standing 8 count, right?
Well, there will be a standing. The public perception is everything for Woodley here. He keeps this up. It's clear that he's winning this. Oh, why is Jake Paul talking shit? You're getting punched in the face.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Why'd you lick your gloves? It's the middle of a pandemic, you disgusting son of a bitch. I mean, what the hell is going on here? I like it. Yeah, he doesn't look good in the face, old Jakey. Oh,
no, he's definitely swollen on the left side.
Yeah. Shout out to Crack Streams too. Good stream today. Good job. It's hard sometimes to find a good one.
Hey, Blackjack, I saw your boy Baffert won with Medina Spirit today.
That rat.
Wait, he's allowed to do that? I thought he was banned for a long time.
He's banned from Churchill Downs. The horse racing has less rules than any sport we've talked about. So,
let's use that to our advantage then. When we get our horse, we're going to juice the fuck out of that thing, right?
I mean, listen, I'm not opposed.
A win's a win.
If we keep running second, yeah,
we're juicing it. It's time to juice.
We don't even need that much juice.
Yeah, just a little tiny. Just a little.
Speaking of, our horse runs Friday.
Oh, I cannot wait. So, what track are they at?
Penn National.
Penn National, probably one of the most prestigious tracks in the country.
Yeah. I don't feel like that's true.
Oh, no. You think I'd lie?
I feel like
it is. It's been referred to as the Churchill Downs of Central Pennsylvania.
Oh, I mean, that's classy.
Yeah,
that's super classy. That's awesome, though. Friday, all right. We'll have to get ready. Is Bree Mott gonna take her as the favorite to win the race?
Brian,
I doubt it.
I doubt it. She won't be the favorite either, right? What is she? Second choice.
Second choice. She's 2-1 on the morning line.
That's legit. There's nothing wrong with that.
She's a beauty.
She is a good looking horse.
Well, I fucking love that. Oh yeah, look at her.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I need to buy her some stuff. I need to be her owner. But I'll get the illegal stuff. Don't you guys worry. I'll fucking inject them myself.
This is the nice thing, Brian. We just bring Kyle in. We don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to.
We go visit the horse on the backside before the race. Kyle puts a bump down her nose, and while Kim's not looking,
Kyle, Kim goes, trainers used to give horses cocaine to make them run faster.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. That totally offsets the idea of owls eating chickens. That offsets it all.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah, owls eat chickens. Let that sink in. That's like us eating midgets. An owl eating it. I saw it on camera. I literally saw the tape.
I'm pretty much going to be up. I will be up all night thinking about that.
Brian's going down an owl rabbit hole on YouTube.
It's the wrongest thing ever.
Sure.
It'd be like, hey, right before she runs this week, you just eat the jockey. You just eat him because you want to. Fucking
I don't know.
Disgusting.
I kind of like that. Well, speaking of
I have
eating,
no respect for owls anymore. No respect for owls.
I'm sure Kyle didn't see that horse try to eat the other horse at Saratoga yesterday.
No, wait, what?
Fucking horses are running down the stretch next to each other at Saratoga, and one of them just reaches over and starts biting the other one.
That is what I'm talking about. How do we buy that horse? That's a horse that will fight for your dollar.
Well, that one's going to be expensive.
We need a lot more money.
It wants to win.
We need more Lindas.
He's fucking Mike Tyson of horse racing.
Yes.
The best part,
anything happened? So you can't punish the horse for that, right? Like what happens?
Oh, they'll DQ it, but they didn't because it ran second.
Oh, so you just got to.
BlackJack, did you see Steve Asmussen? I guess Jackie's Warrior ran faster than Yopon did at the same distance, and he was asked about it, and he's like, "Well, yeah, Jackie's Warrior didn't get bit the whole way down the stretch."
I mean, that's true. Awesome. So horses have that competitive nature, huh? They know they're racing, right?
Oh, they're competitive, yeah.
They know they're like Secretariat, right? Would puff at her competition, right? Like let them know that I'm passing you.
Yeah, I mean, the horses, they're competitive, especially the good ones. They know what's going on.
Do they talk shit to each other like in horse talk? What do you think? How does that work?
I hope so.
Because I was always wondering, like, does my dog know that that's his dad when it comes over? You think they know?
I mean, I don't know about that, but I think, like, when a horse takes like a shit on the racetrack on the way to the gate, that's like a power move.
Yeah, like
I used to go to the dog track, the greyhound track with my uncle, and he said if the dog shit before the race, we do not bet on that dog. That means it's not fired up and ready to go.
Oh, see, I like it. They're running light.
It's opposite on horses.
Okay.
Like everybody will tell you if you see it shitting, that's the one to bet.
That's the one you want, huh?
Of course,
it's like I take this so literally unseriously. I'm gonna fucking smoke you guys. I'm just gonna shit here while you walk up there. I do agree. It is a power.
And the best part about it is what fails to be mentioned in all of this is they're all pumped full of diuretics leading up to the race, which is going to make them shit everything out.
Oh, with diuretic. I didn't know they treated horses like that. Interesting. So horses can do drugs. Fucking sweet.
I mean, they used to give them a lot of cocaine.
I think that's legit.
So all we have to gain weight, though.
All we have to do is just get Kyle in the barn to visit the horse, and he'll take care of it.
I will take care of everything else. Everything else.
Can you imagine a horse doing a line out of Kyle's hand?
Yes, I can.
Actually, to be fair, yes,
I'll just put it in an apple. I'll put it in an apple. Right, because they like apples, right?
And then we'll get that letter from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Commission taking our purse money away because we popped for cocaine.
We'll have the picture. You can't take the picture away.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you take my Heisman all you want. I still fucking won the Heisman. Like
that's right. You can't take that picture away.
Yeah, go ahead. Like if I'm Reggie Bush, like what do I care? I fucking won it. Screw you guys. And my mommy and daddy got free shit. Whatever.
And now Reggie Bush is doing Wendy's commercials.
Oh no, fucking Bob Ryan over at ESPN doesn't consider me the fucking Heisman winner anymore. Who gives a shit?
Bob Ryan.
Nobody cares. Bob Ryan's actually a good Twitter follow. He's kind of funny. He's kind of funny, yeah. He does some funny shit. For shit you wouldn't expect from Bob Ryan. You're like, oh, okay, that's not bad.
So what's happening?
I don't know what to make of this fight. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. Kyle, you tell me. I feel like it slowed down after that fourth round.
Yep.
Jake Paul kind of recovered a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to make of this.
I think the body language from Paul is bad. He's going backwards. He's constantly on his back foot, and then it's easy for Woodley to time him because he backs up, and then when he stops backing up, That means he's going to throw a punch. Woodley is walking him down. He's the aggressor, landed the more effective punches, seems to be in control of the middle of the ring. He's not going backwards. I think these are all good signs for Woodley. There we go. Let's get that knockout right there. And Woodley, you see a lot of MMA guys, they don't know how to punch with boxing gloves on. He seems to actually have a decent, like McGregor when he fought me. He didn't know how to punch with gloves on. Doesn't seem to be the case with Woodley. Woodley looks way better than I expected him to. Way better. Way better. And that's sad considering he's fighting a fucking YouTube dork. But.
Yeah. What's interesting is,
you know what I mean?
Is 5 minutes ago, Twitter was like, oh, Jake Paul's dead. Woodley's won this fight.
It looked like it, but it's slowed.
And now everybody's like, oh, Jake Paul's won the fight. Unless there's a knockout.
No. I don't think Woodley looks gassed at all. I think Jake Paul looks like he's on empty.
Yeah, Woodley is the way fresher of the two. I don't know why it would change that Jake Paul has won the fight. He hasn't. What is he? He hasn't landed anything of significance in a long time that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing punches, but Woodley's blocking most of them.
And Woodley's landing significant shots. Well, that was a good little jumping left. But still backwards, hands down, mouth open, breathing with his mouth open. Good body shot on there.
As you said, though, Kyle, this is just it's just
that's low level boxing. It's bad.
It's just really bad boxing.
I hope they're enjoying it inside. It was a horrible spend of $60, obviously. But what are you gonna do? Universe fucking goes on.
I mean, it's what you do in these circumstances. You know, I remember buying Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., and that was a fucking gigantic waste of money.
Yeah, but it's just the event. People get excited. They come over. It's fun. So I kind of enjoy them.
Listen, if Mike Tyson anytime Mike Tyson's in a ring, I'm going to pay for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I might pay pay-per-view just to watch Mike Tyson take a shit. Anything with Mike Tyson, I'm down for.
Agreed.
Pay-per-view.
Agreed.
Which is why we need to find
should have been our foursome. It should have been Tyson, OJ. I might have I ordered something this week.
Oh God!
For Vegas, I ordered something for us. It's for me and you.
Oh God!
Have it. It's gonna be here like a couple days before the trip. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh God!
So final round.
There's something special for you. Oh,
I can't wait.
There's no telling what it is.
No,
I think it's classy. I think it's classy. Yeah, people are gonna know we're together.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It took me a while to find just the exact right one that sent the right message. You know, it's got to send the right message. And it also has to be cool if we run into our idol. We don't want him to be upset. We want him to know that we love him.
Oh God. Oh
yes.
God.
Yes.
So it's just, I think it's classy. I think it's just right to the point, not too over the top, but just enough where we have fun. Just enough where it's fun.
So it's 100% over the top.
I don't think so. I think it's chill. But I don't know. Some people say I've been telling people about it, and like, you can't fucking do that. I'm like, yes, I can. We definitely can.
So people have already told you can't do it, but
I swear to you, it's not that bad. I don't think it is. There's nothing foul or nothing.
Well, to be fair, although I loved your shirt last week, you wear that in public. Some people may say there's an issue with that.
Some people do. I have worn it in public here, and this is a very conservative town, so it's interesting. When I went to Albertsons in it once.
So we may not be the best judge of whether it's appropriate or not.
I'm probably the worst of that. I would be. You shouldn't come to me for any of that stuff. But I swear, I wish it said gay for OJ, but it doesn't. That would be cool. But
wow,
that would be even better. But I think it's just the right touch. I think it sends the message exactly how we want to send it. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Very excited.
It's chill. It's totally chill. I swear. You guys will be like, oh, this is not as inappropriate as I thought it was going to be. That's what I think is going to happen.
I don't know.
I think it's going to go under the radar. Like, yeah, you built it up, but it's not that. It's not that bad. It's all right.
I seriously doubt that.
Something tells me it's going to be insane.
It's not. No, I swear it's not. I swear it's not. I wasn't even going to say anything, but I just couldn't help it. I'm so excited for him.
He'll be wearing it next Sunday.
No, it's not going to get – well, I don't want to give it away, but no, it's not going to get worn until the day I fly in. That's going to be what I fly in on.
That's your debut outfit.
And then I'm going to present BlackJack with his matching duo.
Wait a minute. So you're going to wear this on the flight?
Yes, I am.
He's 100% not making it to Vegas. They will pull him off the plane. They will be like, absolutely not. Is this guy flying with us?
That was a nice right hand against the ropes right there near the end of the 8th round. I think Woodley won this.
I do too. I'm curious, number one, if it's scored.
Yeah.
I believe it is because they're calling this a professional fight. So it has to be scored.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley said he wants to be a boxing champion. Let me just spoiler alert, that's never, ever going to fucking happen.
That is not going to happen.
But he did just beat Jake Paul.
Neither one of these will ever be a champion.
That's actually just a lose for everyone who watched. Neither of you. Put your arms down, Mama Paul. Your son lost.
Always happens, and that's why I can't stand these fights with these Paul guys. They disappoint every time, and people keep paying for it.
Is she just happy that he survived? Like, why are you guys acting like he won? Because I don't think he did. I think Woodley won.
I don't think he won either. But
I come away from this thinking more of Tyron Woodley than I did coming in, just barely.
I think Woodley looked decent. I mean, again, as you pointed out, he's fighting a YouTube celebrity. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But his stamina-wise, he looked totally fine. I mean, he's not even breathing heavy now.
Yeah, no.
He landed some really solid punches.
And he stalked him the entire fight. He was going forward, not backward. Love to see it. Gotta love to see it. Good job. Good job by him. Yeah, I think it'll be great on the plane. I actually think it'll be great on the plane.
We can't point out enough very inexperienced judges.
I love this.
Very inexperienced judges. Did you hear Showtime? Like, what is with Showtime?
The announcer is pointing out that there are very inexperienced judges.
Ooh, look at this. So Jake Paul did land more punches. 71 of 207 to 52 of 163 for Woodley. More power shots, though, landed by Woodley. A lot of over half of Jake Paul's punches landed were jabs. And it's only 36, so it's not like he was dominating with the jab. So it's hard to use that as I think you got to give it to Woodley. I think he had the forward pressure and the more significant punches throughout the fight.
And I'd like to know if they scored that as a knockdown in the 4th round. Because
should have been.
If that's a 10-8 round.
They couldn't have scored it a knockdown without a standing 8 count.
Yeah, there would have been a standing 8. He's right. And they didn't. Yeah. They just let it go on.
Well, you're right. You could still score it a 10-8 round.
So they are scoring it, right? For sure.
It has
to be. We got judges.
Yeah, I mean, it's sanctioned. There has to. I mean, there are rules.
Well, like, to be
professional fight.
Like we're YouTube guys. I'd feel pretty cool about myself if I went 8 rounds with Tyron Woodley. I'd be like, yeah, that was a middleweight champ back in the day. I would throw up in the 1st round because I fucking no cardio. Ooh, that was a good left right there by him. Kind of buckled him a little bit.
I fucking hate this kid.
Oh, that was a great left hand right there by Woodley. Knocked him into the ropes. Went forward. Yeah, it's too bad they just didn't do an MMA fight. Like, let's just do it the right way. Let's get this. Let's do a exhibition match, Khabib versus Jake Paul. Paul's way bigger. MMA fight. Just watch Khabib snap his fucking arm.
He'd be lucky if that's all he snaps.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good shot there by Jake Paul. He landed some good shots. And then Woodley had to hug him up. This will be interesting how it scored. Here we go.
Split decision.
Split decision? Okay.
Yep. One judge has it 77-75 for Paul. 77-75 for Woodley.
Okay. Whoa.
The winner by split decision and still undefeated.
Jake Paul.
Oh, wow. 78-74. What fucking fight were they watching?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, like, that's what I love about boxing. It's like you got two people that clearly I mean, do you know how off that fight is? I mean, like 77-75 both ways. That's incredibly different views of the fight.
Yeah, and then
but to come out with 78-74, you're just not watching the same fucking thing. Like,
yeah, you just gave it 6 rounds to 2. You just made 6 rounds to 2 in favor of fucking Jake Paul.
Like, what are you watching?
That didn't fucking happen. But
that's
boxing jokes.
I
think this went good for Woodley. So that might be a fix. It went good for Jake Paul. He gets the win. He can say I'm still undefeated and fight somebody else. Woodley didn't look like a little bitch. He was the guy, I think, if you ask most observers, we thought was more effective. I mean, he wasn't very good. They both suck. It was
awful. I mean, let's be clear. It was absolutely terrible.
And speaking of sucking, no one's going to trade for Brett Hundley. Brett Hundley also sucks. Like, God, just sucks god awful. Just like the donkey of all the donkeys.
Why would you ask that? I mean, Brett Hundley. What team is that hard up?
Brett Hundley is so fucking bad. He sucked at UCLA. He sucked as the Packers. Did you ever see a Packers game when Rodgers was hurt and Brett Hundley had to come in? How bad that offense was?
I mean, let's be clear. Brett Hundley couldn't play at UCLA now.
Exactly. No. A good game in the last week of the preseason means shit. Brett Hundley is going to be Brett Hundley. He's lucky he's getting a paycheck from the NFL. Dude's got the best job in the world. Backup quarterback.
I'm glad you said that. BlackJack and I talk about that all the time. Like, is that the best job in the world? It is, right? You don't get hit. You get paid millions to hold a clipboard.
Yes, 100%.
And you can do it for years on end.
Especially if you're lucky enough to be on a team that has 3 quarterbacks, that does the 3, and you're the 3rd quarterback, so you don't even have to worry about the starter getting hurt. You're always going to be resting, and you get like $1 million. Yeah.
And you still can't get hit in practice.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It's the best. It's the absolute best.
And if you're on a shitty team, the whole city wants you to play, even though you suck. But in their mind, you're a hero. So
everybody always loves the backup.
Had the best career ever. Fucking handsome. Women love him. He lives on the beach. Never had to play in a regular. That's what's up.
That's what the backup quarterback's always the most popular on the team until he actually has to play.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's true. But dude, some of these guys, like, who was the backup for Manning for a long time in Indianapolis?
Jared Lorenzen?
No. He was Eli's backup. Peyton.
No, they had.
He was on Indianapolis first.
Wasn't it Jim something?
Yeah, it's hold on. Jim Sorgi is the guy's name.
That's it. Fucking guy never sniffed a football field and made millions of dollars.
Yes. Lives in a beautiful house, probably has a smoking hot wife or husband, whatever he decided to do. I'm not sure.
Like, what are we talking about? This is the greatest life of all time.
Yeah. Who does less, backup quarterback or a soccer goalie?
Ooh, good one.
Because a soccer goalie would be a pretty sweet job too.
What do you think? 4 or 5 shots a game?
Yeah, you're getting the ball kicked at you like 3 or 4 times. No big deal. Some games just never. You're just going out there for 45 minutes and a ball never, unless it's just like your teammate passes it to you to pass it back to them, which I never understood. Like, what if he just miss? I've seen him miss it too. Like they pass it to the goalie, and he just kicks over, falls down, and the ball goes in.
So I've looked up Jim Sorgi. To see.
Mm-hmm.
It says he's got a wife named Lana.
Ooh, I love that name.
However, when you Google Jim Sorgi wife, you get 0 pictures of him with a woman. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, maybe you went the other way, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Wait a minute. No, Brian found something.
What'd you find? Is he married to Brad Sorgi? That's fine too. No judgment.
No,
Brad's smoking.
Yeah, I bet you Brad's hot as shit.
Yeah, no.
See?
Yeah, that feels right.
Jim Sorgi's cleaning up.
Jim Sorgi might have the best life of anybody on earth, and no one's talking about.
Can we get that trending on Twitter? We need to get Jim Sorgi trending on this, like, best life of all time. Fucking Jim Sorgi. We're gonna put a poll out. We need to do that at Better Than Vegas. Who had the best life of all time? Jim Sorgi, like Charlie Whitehurst.
Charlie Whitehurst. That's another one. Charlie Whitehurst.
But everyone loved
Charlie Whitehurst. Everyone thought he could play.
Because he's fucking hot. He's hot. Women love him. Like, I would consider making out with Charlie Whitehurst straight up.
Charlie Whitehurst. That's another one.
Sideline Jesus, baby.
Oh, you're not wrong about that. He had a couple of good games. Everyone's like, Charlie Whitehurst could be a guy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This gets even better.
Okay,
This dude's life, like, I want to be Jim Sorgi from now on.
We all do.
No. This gets better.
I'm going to jerk off to Jim Sorgi tonight.
Yep.
After he retires from being a backup quarterback, do you know what he does now?
No.
He broadcasts for WNDY, being the color commentator for the Colts since 2013. So he literally left the NFL, and now he gets paid to just talk about
a broadcasting job. I'm shocked he's been out of the league that long. That just seems like forever ago.
He's got it. Well, after he left, the famous Curtis Painter took over.
Oh yes, Curtis Painter, who was really, really good.
Curtis Painter took that.
But his life wasn't as good because he had to fucking play.
Sorgi had the job. Like
Sorgi can walk around and go, yeah, we won Super Bowls, but imagine if they would have played me, we probably would have won a couple more. Peyton really struggled in those postseason losses. Jim Sorgi can act like he would have won 4 Super Bowls and no one can say.
And then he went and backed up Eli for a year in New York. He's like the fucking Manning whisperer.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Jared went the opposite way. Lorenzen was with the Giants and Eli as his backup, and then flipped his last year in the league to the Colts in 2008.
But he was the long snapper that year, right? They wouldn't let him play quarterback anymore. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. He's built like a fucking long snapper.
You know he's dead too, right?
I know. You guys set me up to make fun of dead people.
The best thing Lorenzen did, though, is after that, he came back and he became like the general manager and quarterback for the Northern Kentucky River Monsters of like the 3rd Division Arena Football League.
The River Monsters were a powerhouse.
So yeah,
you need to go look up pictures of him trying to fit in the jersey. He was every bit of 400 pounds then.
Damn, that's amazing that he played quarterback. It is a crazy story. It really is. It's like that whole
dude, and you know what? The thing is, like, he could
Ironhead move. Craig Hayward playing quarterback or something.
Like when he was at Kentucky, he could run the ball too. Like it's absurd.
I like it.
Shit happens.
Jared Lorenzen. What other dead person can I make fun of? You're not supposed to do that, right? It's tough.
I almost said something I'm not supposed to.
I love that. That's what I was hoping for. It seems like I'm
saying Nicole Brown.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Died from natural causes. As far as I'm concerned. Hey. You I don't know what to say. Like, is it fair? So OJ has one bad night, and we want to fucking just slam him.
You know what though? We're all convinced it wasn't OJ. It was OJ's son, right?
I agree. It was Jason Simpson. I think there's compelling evidence for that.
I mean, I think it's probably OJ.
Well, I think just hear me out here. So the limo driver's waiting. OJ comes out. They find his 2 suitcases shoulder width apart, right, sitting on the stairs. He said he saw another car pull up. Jason Simpson had an opening of his restaurant that night, wanted Nicole to go. There was reports of him stalking Nicole. She was telling her friends how Jason Simpson was in the window. He had serious mental issues. If you look at some of those kid things, those pictures he draw, it literally looked like the crime scene, right? Just chaotic, bloody, just psychotic in every way. She does not show up to the opening at his restaurant where he's the chef. He's pissed. He shows up, sees Ron Goldman, the guy that she's been blowing in her daddy's car. Not cool. In his daddy's car, which is not cool.
Not cool.
He goes crazy. He kills her. He goes, holy shit, what did I just do?
He calls OJ.
He drives there. That's why the limo driver saw that other set of headlights. They still don't know whose car that was, right? OJ's suitcase. OJ's standing there waiting to go to the limo. His son comes up, goes, Dad, holy shit, I just messed up. I killed Nicole. He drops his suitcases shoulder width apart, which is where they were found, leaves in a hurry. And that also explains why they found blood on the passenger side of the car, because there was 2 people. Jason drives OJ back. They want to try to clean it up. It's an absolute mess. OJ doesn't know what he's doing. They leave. A little bit of blood's transferred on the passenger side. Bing, bang, boom. Now, the problem is you have to assume OJ's a great father, that he would just take the rap for his son. That's the hole in the story, right?
That is a flaw. That's a flaw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Like, if I was OJ's lawyer, I'd have been like, his fucking crazy son did it. Let me show you why.
Yeah, I mean, OJ being father of the year is a difficult one to kind of
swallow.
Well,
That's the story. But it makes sense. It does make sense, though. Why were
maybe they were sitting on that defense, though.
On the porch? It looks like a man ready to head to the airport. What made him leave in a hurry with his suitcases sitting there like you just dropped them out of your two hands? It's his son saying, I just killed Nicole.
Well, and the thing too is maybe the attorneys were going to use that angle, but then they got the if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, but that happened mid-trial.
Yeah,
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, but don't you think that they would have? Okay, but don't you think that they would have at least leaked it? That like, even if you're not going to come out and say it, wouldn't you at least leak it? That like, hey, might be Jason.
Yeah.
It's maybe hopefully we get to ask him ourselves.
Oh God.
No, you can't bring up the LA stuff.
You can't?
No, not with OJ.
Can't we just get him hammered and be like, dude, let's just fucking chop this up?
I mean, maybe if he's really drunk. I mean,
first off, we're not saying chop it up with OJ ever.
Also,
yes. Yeah. I'm gonna say pun intended.
OJ might love you. He might fucking love you.
I'm gonna be like, look, man, I'm not saying I would do it, but I understand. Just like Chris Rocky's.
I'm not saying I would do it, but I get it.
I get it. I'm not judging you. Read my shirt. You'll see.
My mom tried to kill me.
Yeah. Like, hey, you just killed her before she tried to kill you. Trust me, I've seen enough snap to know she was ready to kill him too. Probably for life insurance. Fuck, I bet he has a killer life insurance policy. Should never get that.
The phrasing is just.
Mm-hmm.
Is it amazing to you also how many times you see on Investigation Discovery somebody's killed somebody for an insurance policy? Like that is the biggest piece of evidence
every
in trials.
Single fucking time. It's almost every time. Here's the more disturbing part. I watched a bunch of killer couples this week. 4 straight episodes, including one girl who they were in high school. They cut the body into pieces. They're all already out of jail. They are roaming the streets of America right now. They plead down to like murder 2 and they get like 12 years and they're paroled in 6. Those chicks are out and they're crazy. It's never the guy getting out early. It's never the guy.
Be careful.
Those chicks are out and they're crazy. Those
because they're gonna fucking find you.
Well, one of them was really hot. I was hoping she was still in jail so I could write her. Hey. Hey,
there's no doubt in my mind that you've written.
I have, of course. If I see a hot, look, I'm not looking for.
How many letters did you send to Casey Anthony?
Oh my God! I've done more than that. Casey Anthony is so smoking hot. I mean,
where's she at now? Isn't she like in Ohio?
In Florida. No, she's in Florida.
She's back down there.
She was hiding out in San Diego for a while. I know that, but
yeah, she did an article not long ago. So an interview with some paper. I think
she look. Does she still look good? She still
looks good.
Yeah, Casey Anthony. As far as I'm concerned, she saved me like 20 grand.
Wow.
Actually, more than that.
You found Kyle's dream girl.
Yeah. Thank you, Casey. At least she cares about my future.
Jody Darius.
There you go.
Oh,
good call.
Good call. That is a real good call.
All right, this episode's starting to get good now. We're getting comments. We're talking about.
I just thought it was crazy. So in those cases, the guy. So it was the girl who talked him into it. In some cases, the woman doing the stabbing. They're out of jail. That guy's never getting out. These women are roaming the streets.
They are out there.
Who was the one girl? She was smoking hot. I'm trying to remember her name, but she was the one that did the body cutting up. So it's a little bit of risk there, but I find that enticing.
Yeah, you do.
And plus, if they're in jail, so this might sound awful, but I'm not trying to like date you. I don't want like super self-confidence, and I don't want you to have all your shit together. I want you to hate yourself and need every nice thing I do for you.
Yes,
that's what
daddy
I want.
issues.
Yes, I want insecurity. I want daddy issues. I don't care if you're bulimic. Fucking let's go. That's all I want.
That's what Brian said about the Asian girl at the wedding last night. He's like, he's got some daddy issues.
Thigh tattoo is usually a good sign. Thigh tattoo and a tramp stamp, you're golden.
I mean, it might as well be a billboard just flashing daddy
exactly.
issues. Daddy
exactly.
issues.
That's
daddy
all
issues.
I want. I want that just till the end of time.
It's a good thing we didn't know each other when
Kyle, how do these letters start out? Like, what's your move in these letters?
Dear Casey.
I don't know if I did dear. I think I said hey because I wanted to seem cool at the time. So
Casual.
Like, hey, Casey, how you doing? So I think it's real unfortunate that these people are saying these things about you. What I see is a beautiful, sensual, loving, caring woman who I cannot wait to meet. If you ever need anything, like T.I. says, girl, you can have whatever you like. You get out, you hit me up. Let's go.
Like T.I. says.
I like how you're quoting T.I. like a philosopher.
Exactly. It's Casey Anthony. So again, we're talking lowerish IQ, which is what we want. We're not looking for, I'm not trying to fucking get a lawyer. Okay. Like, God, I would never want to date a lawyer.
I married a lawyer.
Way too smart, right?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, come on.
God bless. I love it.
I mean, it's just true. I'm telling the absolute fucking truth here. People ask me, what will it take for you to get married again? Well, how many low IQ mutes do you know? Because that's what I'm looking for.
Mutes.
I want you to hear me, but I don't want you to fucking say shit back.
Wow.
There we go.
Again, this show is sponsored by Tax Relief Advocates, 1-888-710-2434 or TRA.com.
Mm-hmm.
They have endorsed all of this content.
Yeah, don't murder people for life insurance money. Just call Tax Relief Advocates. They'll help you out.
We'll straighten you out.
Dude, the life insurance, it's legit. I mean, that's how they get caught. They get caught. Most of these dumbasses, they commit it, and instead of just chilling back, they're like, we thought it was weird when the insurance company called us, and they said, Miss McKay had called 45 times wondering when that life insurance policy is going to be paid out. Like, oh, I wonder who killed it.
Yeah, and it's always too. It's they literally have just gotten the policy too. It's never like one that's been in place for years.
There's no planning.
It's the tack-on policy. They already have one, right? This happens a lot. Oh, they had one for like 50,000, and then about a month and a half ago,
they got one for $5 million.
Yeah, they got one for $500,000. So, and she's been calling nonstop, very grief-stricken, obviously.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Oh yeah, we found the guy who fixed their back patio. He was also hanging out over at the house. I mean, it's just two quick little fucking things.
You might as well
another vine to swing from, and you want that life insurance money.
Yeah, you might as well live stream the murder and broadcast it because it's the same thing.
Oh, I watched one where a girl, she was like a local celebrity. She was in a wheelchair her whole life.
Oh,
but it turns out.
The mom?
Gypsy Rose.
Oh, yeah. Kyle likes some Gypsy Rose.
Oh, I want to write Gypsy Rose. I like those little pictures she put with the red wig. Give me.
And then she got her. Didn't like her and her boyfriend like kill her mother or something?
Yes, and then just like openly, Gypsy Rose went on Facebook and said that fat bitch is dead. And she literally said it on Facebook. And then my thing with Gypsy Rose is obviously the girl was tortured by her mom.
There's some mental health issues there.
It's just awful shit, right? So I kind of feel like the mom deserved to die anyway. So I don't know why why we're prosecuting the guy. But if you wanted to get away with it, don't walk out and surrender. Just walk anywhere. They're looking for a girl in a wheelchair. They're never gonna fucking recognize you. If you just move to LA and you just start walking about, work at fucking Starbucks, no one will ever recognize you because all of a sudden you're walking. No one, they're looking for a girl in a wheelchair.
True story.
That's just stupid. Speaking of stupid, I wanted to touch on this. Okay, we all agree the Afghanistan thing, it sucks. But I want to know, why in the fuck are there still people there? Why are Americans? Why the school trip, right? The San Diego school kids, they're like, oh, we're trapped here. Well, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Why did you decide a cool school trip was to go hang out in Kabul, Afghanistan?
First off, who signs that permission slip?
Exactly. What fucking parents?
People that live in San Diego.
Idiots. Complete and utter morons.
I don't care
listen. They deserve. If you're an American and you're like, you know what, I thought would be a good idea to move to fucking Afghanistan. What, do they have 5G internet? No. What are you moving there for? Their food, their restaurants?
You're right. And I'll be honest with you, Kyle. As an American, and I enjoy travel as much as the next guy, about 80% of the world's off limits. I'm not fucking. I've watched too much Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah.
I know the perception of Americans The Middle East is out. Southeast Asia is out, unless we're going on a sex tourism thing. South America's out. Africa's out. I'll go to Western Europe, Canada, and the Caribbean, and like Japan. That's it.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because like everybody always laughs at me because I'm like, no, like that country hates us. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't want it. First of all, most countries hate us, but like the normal ones suck it down to get our money.
Exactly.
But like any country where there's like an incentive to kill an American, nah. Yeah, I'm good.
If you're an American, you get 30 virgins when you die. Yeah,
no, I don't need that. I don't need that risk. Like I don't need to go to India or China. Like I don't need to go to any of these places. I'm good. I live in America. I'm a fucking American.
And I'm tired of the sob stories for the Americans over there. You're a bunch of dumb fucking idiots. That's what you fucking get for going. When was it ever a good idea? When has Afghanistan ever been a tourist destination? Never. And now you want me to feel bad for these parents, and they, oh, please, we want our kids back. You signed a permission slip for your kid to go to fucking Kabul.
You should actually lose your children.
You should. You're right.
You should have had an abortion, like we talk about. In fact, your parents should have had an abortion so you couldn't make these terrible decisions later for their grandchildren. For Christ's sake.
So, question about the 30 virgins they get. Does the person they kill get to share those virgins with them?
No, that's all them. They go it's a palace. They walk in. Their dongs like magically grown like 4 inches, and they're just hammering away at all these virgins until they're done. And I think they get 30 new ones when that's done too. I don't know.
I don't. You're right. I don't get people that like go to Africa and fuck like no. There's like fucking tribal wars going on. No, I don't need to be a part of that. Yes, I do not need it.
And then it's like, oh, Joe Biden, you're an asshole because I'm stuck in Afghanistan. No, you're an asshole because you went to Afghanistan. You fucking moron.
I mean, even like South Africa, like they've got walls up around their house.
No, people thank you.
Break in and rob you at any time.
That's what I'm telling you. It's literally like it's probably more like 85% of the world is just off limits. Like I'm just not going.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going. Like anything east of Italy is off the table.
Yes, 100%. It really is.
It's like east and south of Italy is off the table, and anything west of Japan is off the table.
And I feel like Portugal's probably questionable too, but I don't know.
Probably. I mean, again, the only exception is if we're doing like a sex tourism thing, then maybe
you go to Thailand. That's it.
Yeah, then we go to Thailand or like Prague or something like that. But like
Prague, you end up on the movie Hostel 7.
I mean, listen,
that's worse ways to go out.
But there are other than that, no, dude, I'm not fucking going. You hear these people, they're like, yeah, I'm going down to fucking like Colombia and like, well, you're fucking nut. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm going to Egypt. Like, oh, no. If I want to go to the desert, I'll go to Vegas. I'm good.
Exactly.
You know what? I can see a pyramid.
Yeah, there's a big pyramid there. God, I'm like, yeah, those 350 Americans. I hope we don't spend a single fucking dollar getting those assholes out. You stay there, and that's what you get. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the only people I feel bad for, obviously, like the military people or people like in,
yes, the military people, 100%.
Like
let's
people
get
who are sent there, like,
yeah. And I feel bad. I feel bad for the people who helped us, sort of set up the government that are getting that. We're just like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, not people who voluntarily said, hey, it's a good time.
Yeah,
Afghanistan.
Yeah. You signed a permission slip, packed your bag, grabbed your beach towel, and thought you were gonna have fun in Afghanistan.
Not only that,
you're fucking dumb. You need to go.
Let's be honest. I'm sure we all made terrible decisions in high school. However, I think if the teacher would have ever been like, "Hey, we're gonna take a class trip to Afghanistan," I'd have been like, "Fuck no, I'm not going to that."
My mom would have. If I gave her a permission slip to go to fucking Afghanistan, she'd have lit it on fire. Just burned it. Like, no.
And not to mention, do you know how much money these fucking idiots paid to go?
I just don't get it. To fly round trip to Vegas for $200 and you want to spend $3,000 to go to Afghanistan. Okay. All right.
I can't believe.
And I'm supposed to worry about your life.
They should shut the school down.
Yeah, no, and Myron, you're right. The parents of the 13
Absolutely.
Yes,
soldiers,
obviously.
they 100%. I'm talking about the American civilians who thought it was a good idea.
We're talking about people who voluntarily just decided to go to Afghanistan.
Exactly.
On a class trip.
I'm not talking about soldiers or
No.
even government workers that are sent there or stationed there.
Yeah.
People that said, hey, Afghanistan's nice this time of year.
Yeah. Grab your beach towels, kids. We're vacationing in Kabul. Okie dokie. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I will be really happy that I don't ever have to wait behind that father on the golf course again. Fuck that guy. You're an idiot. That's what I say.
What teacher thought that this was a good idea? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's so many adults that were responsible for this decision of sending kids over there for a class trip. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, no one like at the airport is like, you know what? I'm starting to have second thoughts about this whole.
I'm thinking like
Afghanistan thing.
when the teacher
signed a deal, didn't
proposes
Trump
this,
sign a deal to get the troops out, and didn't Biden say we probably shouldn't? Nah, what could happen?
First of all, where are you even staying? Like, they don't have hotels in Afghanistan.
Yeah, where are
What are you doing?
Host families.
There's nothing there. It's a fucking. It's like going back in time 1,000 years.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just
reeks of cloud chasing.
He's not wrong.
No, I think that's right. I think it's oh yeah, we went to Afghanistan and saw it firsthand. I think you're right.
Yeah, but like you can't tweet about it. They ain't got it. They ain't got the fucking internet.
No,
over
they don't
there.
want to write it on their fucking college admissions essays that they went to Afghanistan. It's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Now you get what you asked for.
Taliban.
I'm gonna go down a wormhole of this. I'm gonna do some research. I need answers on this.
I will also say this: if I were on that trip, I would immediately become a Taliban sympathizer.
Oh, just as quick as
Death to America, Great Satan.
Yeah,
I would want to be their spokesperson. Put me on. You don't even have to have the guns to my head. I'll do it voluntarily. I'm good. I'll make the video.
Yeah.
I'll produce the video.
Yeah, because if you don't, they're gonna fucking peel your skin off and torture you.
Hey, I've got a good idea. BTV content. We're sending Leo to Afghanistan.
Yeah, there we go.
Again, we could probably talk him into that.
His hands up already. Yes, I'm in.
That's so fucking bad.
You imagine that big fucking idiot walking around Afghanistan? He's got the beard for it.
He probably fit right in. They're recruiting him. They're recruiting him.
He just goes in undercover with the Taliban for like 2 years and just gets the best content ever. Somehow he would make it out. Like he would be
comes
there.
Back, never got a raise from BTV. No, you're getting your same exact fucking wages. I don't know what you're thinking.
Like, no, we replaced you like fucking 23 months ago.
It seems like these. It's like what is that movie Office Space? These paychecks you've been getting, those were by mistake. So we're gonna want that money back.
Oh, Milton.
Yeah, Milton. Exactly.
We didn't fire him. We just
move
fixed
your office
the problem
here. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, Leo, we're going to transfer you to the Kabul branch.
Yeah, you're going to Kabul.
You're going to sound BTK better than Kabul.
Even the embassy guys. So look, like I loved me some Barry Obama, right? I love that smooth talking son of a bitch, right? Just beautiful, just a beautiful man. I'd have done almost anything for Barry Obama. I even named my dog Barry just after my boy Barry. But if he was like, "Hey Kyle, flappity dappity, I need you to be the ambassador out there in Afghanistan." If you guys have ever watched Brickleberry, which is a very inappropriate cartoon show,
yeah, it is
very good.
Flappy Dappy episode. Remember when Obama's trying to bang?
Is it like Yucko the Clown on that?
It's just no. I
thought he was part of that.
I don't think so. That's a very inappropriate show. But anyways, if he's like, "Kyle, I need you to go to Afghanistan and be the ambassador," I would say, "Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit what job you're offering me in Afghanistan or how much money it is. I'm not going and having my balls ripped off by a bunch of crazy fucking Afghanis. Not gonna happen. No. Zero chance.
No, it's
no
not.
amount of money, no job, no prestige. Even for you, Mr. President, I'm not fucking doing it." So I don't feel bad for them either. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. If you ever thought outside of our military men and women who are going over there and working hard, and that sucks they had to go there, and I'm glad they're coming back. But if you're a civilian, or just any person who had any choice in the matter, and you ended up there, you fucking deserve what you get. That's what I say.
I don't disagree.
It's a little harsh. I know it's harsh. I get it.
No, but it's real talk.
I don't know what you have to do. I don't like. There's just no way. My son handed me. He's 16 right now. Said, "Dad, all my friends are going."
I would feel like a failure of a parent if my child even asked me. Like he himself, and he's 11, he himself should know that's a terrible idea.
Yeah. Can you imagine explaining the grandparents call, hey, can I talk to Morgan? Oh, well, he's on a school trip in Afghanistan right now. I thought it would be a really good idea. Like, well, we're fucking going to court and taking custody from you, you idiot. Like,
yeah,
God.
I mean, CPS
sent your child to the worst place on earth.
Yeah. So it would be bad if my mom let me spread my butt cheeks for Michael Jackson, but it's cool if I go to Afghanistan.
I mean, is that the first semester trip? Is the second semester like a trip to the favelas in Brazil? Like,
where is it? Yeah, we're going to Venezuela.
What?
Okay. Right on.
Kyle, more dangerous school trip, Afghanistan or the Vatican?
Well, how old are the kids?
12.
Oh, the Vatican's pretty fucking rugged. I'm gonna say it depends on what your goal is here, right? So if you're trying to just get rid of your kids because you're sick of them, you send them to Afghanistan, right? That's the more danger. They're just gonna die. Now, if you just want them to have fucking mental issues and maybe be like weird rapists when they grow up, send them to the Vatican. So it depends. You doing the long game or the short game here? Do you want to just kill them quick, or do you want to ruin their lives? Like you send them to the Vatican, they're gonna be just fucked up for a while, just for a long time. They're gonna touch things and drink things and see things, they feel things. I'm trying to edit. I'm trying to edit this.
Drink things and feel things.
I'm trying to edit it to make it, as family friendly as possible.
This is not a family show.
But I'm here.
Again,
here just
if you're watching this show with your family, you're the kind of person that sends your kid to Afghanistan.
Yeah, we're actually talking about you right now.
Actually, you're a cool family. I fucking love it. At least your kids aren't going to be a bunch of loser wusses out here. They're going to know the real world. They're going to be like, yeah, I remember that guy told me not to go to fucking Afghanistan. Why'd you sign that, Dad? Then you'll know. Yeah.
I wish we had one person watching who was a parent of one of these kids that they sent off. That would actually be cool.
What would be cool is if they were like bitching at us for how dare we say that, and then we could repeatedly tell them how fucking stupid they are, and pretty much just spit on their misery. That's what I would do with zero guilt.
You know what? Guilt. That feels like the appropriate way to end this.
Yeah, I agree.
It does. It's been a great show as always. We'll be back again next Sunday, Labor Day weekend.
Last show before Vegas.
Last show before Vegas next Sunday. We'll be back September 5th, 11 p.m. Eastern. It'll be great. Make sure you visit Tax Relief Advocates for all of your tax help, TRA.com, 888-710-2434, 888-710-2434. All of your tax problems, they'll take care of it. And go to betterthanvegas.com. We got a lot of cool shit going on. Even more coming out in the next few days. So, and if you're in the Maryland area, next Saturday, we're going to have some people at the Maryland-West Virginia game for opening week there in the Big Ten. It's going to be a lot of fun, so check it out. We're going to have some contests, giveaways, free money, free shit. It's going to be cool. So keep your eyes posted on all that. We'll be back next Sunday night. Until then,